Hey, what's up guys, Snoopy Minotaur here. Today, I am finally bringing back the series, which I actually haven't done in a good bit, but obviously this is the first one of the brand new year here. Fortnite Cosmetics I really want to get. You guys keep loving this series, and well, I'm going to continue it throughout this year. So, bringing it back for another episode. If you want to check out the rest of the series, top right hand corner. So, without any hesitation, let's hop into the very first cosmetic. This is going to be the Midsummer Midas skin. Now, out of all the reskins that we've actually gotten of already existing Battle Pass skins, I actually think that Midsummer Midas is arguably one of the best. If not, this is the best Midas skin since the original. Like, don't get me wrong, we have a lot of really good Midas themed skins, just Midas skins in general, but I think that Midsummer Midas, in my opinion, stands out from all the rest because it feels more original than all the other ones. It's literally just Midas in a summer outfit, and it looks really good. It actually works pretty well, especially with the different edit styles that he has. Like the jacket looks really good, the tats are awesome, the reactive feature I thought was going to be pretty bad, but honestly it's really not that noticeable. It's actually pretty clean. It's a very popular skin, a lot of people really love the skin, and I'm very much wanting to get it at some point on my account. Next up we have here is a couple of food themed cosmetics. I realize I haven't mentioned a lot of food themed cosmetics in this series at all, so might as well mention a couple of them which I do want to get on my account. And the first one is the fork knife pickaxe. I actually love the theming surrounding this pickaxe and just the name itself, because this is just a huge meme. A lot of people call Fortnite fork knife, especially back in the day in chapter 1, and they made it into a pickaxe, which is just so dumb, but yet it's so funny. And not to mention the greatest edit style ever, where it's just the knife fork. There's really not much else to say about it. It's literally a fork and a knife. It's so dumb, but yet I love it. The other food cosmetic which I want to talk about here is the sizzling emote. This is like a really good emote in my opinion, and what's weird is that it's another one of those 800 V-Buck emotes like that I don't have, because a lot of the emotes which I'm missing, and just some which I won't buy or I'm just refusing myself to buy, are like a lot of the 800 V-Buck emotes, because there's a lot of them which are just way too expensive. However, this is like one of the only exceptions here to where I actually do like this emote, because considering the fact that I actually love making burgers, and burgers is one of my favorite foods of all time, I can actually kind of relate to this emote a little bit. And it's just a really good beat overall, and it's just overall just like a really fun emote. Do I find it a little expensive still? Yeah, doesn't mean it's bad though, but I am wanting to get it at some point on my account. Next up is the Mr. Beast 6000 skin. Now this skin for some odd reason has not come back in over 230 days. I have no idea why, because this is one of the most underrated icon series skins in the game. I love how this looks. Like the tech look, like the tech wear in general just looks really good, especially the mask. Like the mask on looks really good. And as a fan of Mr. Beast, like I'm very bummed out that I didn't get this. I have the original, but I don't have this one, and I'm mad that I don't, because it looks really good. Sure, it's cell shaded, but I really don't care completely less, because it doesn't really take the fact away that the default version of this skin is just really good. Epic, please bring this back, because this is such an underrated skin that I just never see in game. Next up is a glider, and this is going to be the Diamond Pony glider. Now this is actually from the Mayhem set, which is actually the Borderlands collaboration set. And previously on this series, I actually didn't mention I really want to get Psycho Bandit. It's such a great skin, still has not yet returned, but for some odd reason recently, side note, he actually was granted to people recently, which I don't know why that happened, but it did. But anyways, this is a glider which is really good, especially because as somebody who loves Borderlands, this is obviously from the DLC, or one of the DLCs, which is Wonderlands. This is actually the character Butt Stallion, believe it or not, and they added her as a glider, which is really funny. I mean, it makes sense for her to be in this game at this point, and not to mention, the glider actually has a really cool animation when you deploy it. It actually poops out loot, and it's actually from the game as well, which is a really cool attention to detail. And just the glider looks so majestic. Like, it's such a clean glider, and for it to only be in the shop for just a little over a week is really sad. I really hope this does return whenever we do see the Borderlands collab come back to the item shop at some point in the future. Like, this set needs to come back ASAP. It's such a good set. It's one of my most anticipated sets in the game to return, and I really hope it does. Now, speaking of another Gaming Legends cosmetic here, I don't know why I didn't buy this when I had the chance to, but this is the little warthog emote from the Halo collab. The only reason why I'm mentioning this here is because this is the only Gaming Shiny Legends emote I'm actually missing from the game. I own every other one of them, and I know people are probably going to bring up the Leviathan X pickaxe having that built-in emote. It does not count. It's built into a pickaxe. This is the only other emote which I'm actually missing, and I have no idea why I didn't buy this or why I haven't yet, but hasn't been seen in a good while, and it's a really funny emote. You just ride on a warthog from the video game, and it's just so funny. Not really much else to say. It's a really funny emote. It's really goofy, and I have no idea why I did not buy this emote when I had the chance to, when I bought Master Chief back in 2022. I have no idea why. Next up I have here is the Alias skin. I'm hoping I'm saying his name correctly. This is actually the male version of the Caper skin. This is obviously the other spray skin. Now obviously I bought the female spray skin Caper a while ago when they first came out, and for them being 1200 V-Bucks was absolutely insane, but they actually had a bundle which you could buy both the skins together. I could only have gotten one at the time, and I'm wondering when this set is going to return, because when it does, I'm 100% buying the bundle because it's very cheap for me, especially because the other skin is really clean as well, and it comes with some really awesome sprays you can only get with that skin, and it's just a really nice looking skin. Like, they're both some of the best customizable skins in the game, and I absolutely love them. Next up I have here is Smoke Dragon. This is another very underrated skin, because here's the thing, throughout this series I have mentioned a lot of underrated Fortnite skins. This is one of them, and it's one I never see. Like, it's such a sick skin. It reminds me a lot of Raven, believe it or not. I think it just has to do with like the face model, with it just being all covered in cloak and like just like darkness here, but the color scheme is absolutely fantastic on both edit styles. It's really good. The back bling is just okay, but I think that the skin actually makes up for it a lot. It's obviously a Chinese New Year cosmetic, and it looks really damn good. It is a sick skin, one that I never see in game, and I do hope to get this at some point, as it has returned a handful of times after the holidays, so maybe it's possible for it to come back pretty soon. I don't know, but I'm telling you, this is definitely a skin which I never see, and I'm really wanting to get it at some point. Next up is a pickaxe here, and this is actually the Conch Cleaver. This is a 1200 V-Buck pickaxe. It hasn't been seen in like almost 1,000 days as of this video recording, and it's basically a bunch of like, it's like a conch shell more or less. It's like shell from like, or more or less coral. I think that's the word I'm trying to think here. It's coral with like a big shell as the pickaxe, and it sounds fantastic, looks fantastic, and I love like the little animation that has like the bubbles coming out of it. It's a really underrated pickaxe that I never seen. It is a really rare pickaxe, and that's not the reason why I do want to get it. More or less, it sounds great and it looks great. Sure, it's 1200 V-Bucks, but I have bought pickaxes which cost 1500 in the past, so I don't really see any issues in buying this separately. But if it does come in a bundle at some point in the future, I will 100% buy it in that bundle if it's cheap enough. Next up is probably one of the most underrated like clothing collabs we ever had in Fortnite, the Montclair skins, and that is the Renee skin and the Andre skin. Both these two skins are just so underrated. I never see them in game, and that is really sad because I really like both the fits here. They're definitely very original. They more or less feel like original skins and collaborations, believe it or not. I have to say this here, the best part about these two skins here, especially Renee, because that's actually my favorite out of the two, is the reactivity. The reactivity feature on these skins are so unique. Basically, the higher you go on different levels of like the map, or like just in general, it turns from either white to black or black to white, depending on how big of altitude you're going on the map. So if you're going up, it turns into a different color, and then vice versa to back down to the other one if you're going down. They are so good, and I don't know why I never see these skins in game, but they are so underrated. I am very much wanting to get these whenever they do come back, and that's really all I have to say about them. They're just really clean, underrated collab skins that I just never see in game. But ladies and gentlemen, that is it for today's video. I really hope you all enjoyed. If you did happen to enjoy this video, consider subscribing to the channel. Don't forget to check out my Twitter, aka my X account. Socials are all on screen. Thank you all so much for watching. I love every single one of you. Remember, everyone, it's always good to take chances.